Why does it start at 6 and not 5? That's interesting. So, welcome to the Public Access Podcast, the podcast. I'm your host, Rusty Diamond, and I am here with my special guest, who is now a five-time at least guest, which puts her, I think, in the Hall of Fame for this
Yeah.
show. Uh, Back again, Aigul Hojadova, also known as Aya, right here, right now. Thank you for being here once again, and welcome to the Hall of Fame. You get all kinds of accolades and special perks when you come on here now.
I love it. I love all of the benefits of being part of the Public Access podcast. Thank you, Rusty Diamond, so much for having me here once again. And yeah, what an introduction. What an honor. Thank you
What?
for this beautiful opening. I hope you don't charge me like I've charged you while you were on my podcast. So hopefully you'll be nicer because I'm in the Hall of Fame. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, you get some pretty cool stuff when you're in the Hall of Fame. It's pretty impressive. It's a very select group right now. I'd say there's probably three people three people in the Hall of Fame. You might be the third person, but the other two, I don't believe will ever be on the show again. So you might be the only Hall of Famer. Yeah, top of the game here, and
You,
yeah,
you guys heard it first.
right. You are special. You are special. Top of the game here. Number
That's
one
right. That's
podcast
right.
guest, and it's going to be. I might even waive this fee because. So actually, I was talking about giving. Well, not talking about. I'm implementing a fee now before being on the show, starting now. But it's a refundable fee, so
Happy
it's
fun.
not. Yeah, it's not really a fee, but some people treat it as it's a deposit. I had uh, someone because like I did this big post of like a cattle call, I guess is what I like to call it. Ended up with a lot of cows, and it was okay, but I was having people that started to be a bit flaky, um,
Yeah.
and with my other business, I have it's set up so you have to pay ahead of time. So, people will show up because I people have been flaky. And so
Yeah.
with this, I've had to set it now. So I made it refundable. I haven't implemented it yet, but it's now implemented, but I haven't done it yet. But I've had some people be like, I can't believe you're charging for me to be on your show. I've had people who are celebrities come on my show and I don't charge them. And I'm like, okay, one, I'm not charging you. This is a deposit. All you have to do is show up and you're not going to get
Right.
charged. If you don't show up, then sure, I'm going to take your money. But that's also my time. So uh, it's what you kind of have to do after a while. You got to pivot sometimes to some things.
True, but I think I don't know. It sucks that you're having to go through that. I do know if that's how I met you and I was the guest, and you get to tell me like, hey, there's a fee. I'm curious what the fee is. Even if it's $5, it's just like, yeah, I understand your ask of getting the buy-in from the guest, but I think there's a better way to find guests who are actually willing to show up and let
Uh,
the flies drop.
so
You know what I
what
mean?
what would Yeah, what would your suggestion be with this?
Sure. So, being that I have a podcast too, called Right Foot to
Shout
Go
out.
for your listeners. Yeah, shout out. Shameless plug in. Just kidding. Um, but no, so being that I've been doing podcasting for 8 months, so Rusty Diamond,
Whoa,
you've been doing it for like 10 years. So listen to my advice because clearly I know more. Um, no, but
I'll take it.
I've been. Thanks. I have such a big Rolodex of people in my world. And I'm not, this is not a flex, but just a realization of like, wow, if I really wanted to bring guests on, I could. I know for your podcast, you rely heavily on guests to create. I don't necessarily need guests on my podcast. I'm okay doing solo episodes. But what I've noticed, because I have that mix of solo episodes with guest episodes, I've noticed the people just kind of naturally, organically come in whenever it's time for them to come on my show. I've had people reach out to me, random people, and I continuously still get people reaching out to me. I don't know if they're reaching out to you, by the way. Do they?
If people are reaching out to me,
Yeah. Like,
some
hey, we want you to have this is the perfect person for your podcast. Like I get people reaching out to me at least a couple of times a week. It's a
some
lot.
sometimes, but it is a bit more difficult to be like, hey, come on my show, but don't pitch anything that you have until the last 5 minutes, and then I'll let you pitch it. Because
Yeah.
most people want to go out and tell the same story, but you know, but I don't know, because I like to uh, take advice from others. I don't want to be like, you just because you've been doing this for 8 months, it doesn't mean you don't have a great way of doing this. And like, if I think that I have all the answers, then I'm fucking
Yeah.
stupid. Like that's ridiculous. I don't want to think I have all the answers because uh, I can always learn, and there's always plenty to learn about. And so, I mean, so you have people that want to come on and like, yeah, I mean,
Yeah. So
I
I
people go ahead.
oh no, I didn't mean to interrupt, but like I have had people reach out to me randomly, representing other like business owners. Like I had a recent episode with an owner of a cosmetic company. She reached out to me. Her team did. Her team, her team reached out to me
Okay.
and said, "Hey, I think that this person would be a great guest on your show. Here are the topics we can talk about within my theme of the show." I'm like, all right, I'm into it. And we ended up like having to kind of collaborate and set a preliminary interview first. So this is another thing that I found. It's super helpful for you to actually touch base with your guest before getting on the show. That way, you're like, hey, I just want to make sure you and I are jiving energetically. Like, and it doesn't have to be a long call, right? Like just a 5-10 minute um, introductory call or alignment call is what it would
Yeah.
essentially be. And that call should already kind of confirm if this person is serious or not.
Right.
That usually, like another person during the same time when the cosmetics owners team reached out, I had another lady reach out to me. She was a special ed discipline, and she had a very interesting story. And she was like, "Oh, I think I'd be a great person on your podcast." I was like, "All right, cool. I don't really know much about this topic. We can shape it that way because you and I know, Rusty, it takes a lot of time. Maybe I don't know how it is for you, but like for me, I do a lot of preliminary work before I get on screen, before I started recording. So I'm doing outline, questions, introduction, right? Like I'm thinking about all these things. That's what we do as podcasters. There's so much stuff that is not being shown or exposed online. So I understand the whole fee thing with the guests because of that process. Like we were putting so much time. So I told her, I was like, hey, let's, I like what you're pitching. Let's schedule a call. And she just disappeared. And actually, what was interesting, I skipped the alignment call. I said, cool, let's go to the recording right away. When do you want to record? And she just disappeared. I'm like, cool. No, no hard feelings. Like, I don't mind. Then I had another person reach out to me. This is within politics. Full on full on different topic completely from what I talk about on my podcast. And I'm like, okay, this is a person who's actually really pitching hard. They want to be on my podcast. Like my podcast, again, 8 months, it ain't all that. Like, but like we're growing. So it's like somebody wants to be on my podcast. Hell yeah, like come on in. So I'm trying to shape my podcast in such a way where people are coming to me. I don't have to go and what's the call that you said?
A
Cow
cattle
call?
call. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't do that. Like, yeah. Because then
That
you're gonna attract cows and you might attract flies as well, So you're it's really just the angle of like how do you want to position yourself in such a way where people reach out to you and you can be also intentional about reaching out to people and it's a win-win-win situation for everybody. And you're not having to waste your time and nobody else is feeling bad that they've dropped the ball.
yeah, no, I'm totally with you on that, and I like that idea a lot. And the uh, 5-10 minute call has helped because I used to just be like, okay, you seem like you'd be a good person. Let's just. I think that's how you and I started. I was like, oh, I like her. Like, I think we can just talk. We can have a good conversation. And I was right on that one. But there have definitely been ones I have been wrong with.
Yeah.
And but then I have started doing a 5-10 minute one. Usually, it doesn't take me that whole time to figure it out. Uh, the whole 5-10 minutes, but I like to say 5-10 minutes. Sometimes I talk to them for 20 minutes on the phone, and then I'm like, okay, this is cool. Sometimes it's like,
Yeah, that's already a good sign. Right. You just want
yeah,
to make sure, like, can you keep talking for the next hour together with the stranger, and can you have a good synergy? Because I don't know about you, but in my 8 months of experience having guests on, it
yeah,
is oh my God, it is difficult. Some people are not easy to interview. Some people are not easy to talk to. Like you really have to get things out of them. And like sometimes you have to finish their sentence. It's a lot. It's a lot of work to be a podcast host.
it is.
I don't
And
know if
yeah, if
that's
you,
is that
I
your
mean,
experience?
sometimes I've had some guests that have been like that. This one guest I had on, and like,
Okay,
I don't even
explain.
know.
Oh, smart.
I was like, is she gonna talk? Am I gonna be like? I don't even know. But
Actually, speaking of, have you ever had anybody who froze on camera? Like,
wait, who? What on cameras?
froze.
Phones? Oh,
What froze? Like they
oh,
was
who? Frozen.
like,
Not
yeah.
for. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know about Frozen, but it just got to a point where I was like, why am I doing this? I need to wrap this up. This is
That bad,
this
huh?
yeah, this is not working. And I had one where I had to this maybe one day this will be my one thing on my Patreon or something. There's one episode I have where I ended up stopping the interview because I'm like, I can't do anything here. I'm not going to be able to make you look good. Like, my whole job is to make you look the best that I can make you look. That's what my whole goal is for what I do. And I can't do that with you. And I stopped it. So, but I do have that. It is in my private, if you guys want to go and hack into my YouTube, it's in my private videos right now, that episode, whichever episode that is. But I think that's the only one. As far as someone freezing, like, Not really. I think I've kept it going. I've gotten short answers, but I don't think anyone's really frozen yet. Which,
Okay, pause.
yeah, have you? I mean, you have 8 months, so that might be too specific for guests, like or maybe you didn't post it.
No, actually, luckily I haven't had anybody wait on me,
Oh,
or
good.
luckily I have not had anyone, like, I haven't had to tell anybody to, like, hey, it's not gonna work out. Um, I've had, I'll say, a couple of interviews where it was very difficult for me to record. Not necessarily record. Recording was not difficult. Interviewing was difficult. Like getting words and responses from them and really getting clear answers. Not a lot of people, again, are not the best speakers too. And I'm
You're
not saying
great.
like I'm the best. Yeah, I know. Obviously, I'm perfect. I wasn't talking about that. May we all have this level of confidence. That's all I've got to say about that. But I want to go back to your private video that you were mentioning about the episode
Oh,
that you
okay.
recorded.
That private video.
This is not going to work out. If it is private on YouTube, I'm just on behalf of your listeners, I'm asking you to turn it into public so that they can actually find it. Because if it's private, you can only share it with people like privately, like a link between me and you, for example. So I will only be able to see it. But if you want your audience to see it,
Oh,
turn it public.
I don't want my audience to see it. I don't even want someone. I don't even want to link that episode to somebody where it would be unlisted. Private is just me. I'm the only person that can see it. I can't link it to anybody. Um,
Why
yeah,
why are you holding back? Why are
because
you limiting it from this
I don't
permission?
want to shit on someone. I don't want to have a whole episode of me just being like, yo, fuck this person. This person, I was wrong. They suck, and I don't want to be like, hey, here,
Okay.
let me
This is a lot
make.
about you.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've you know if I wanted to shit on people, if I wanted to have a podcast shitting on people, I could have a podcast shitting on people, and it would be like that would be a pretty gentle one. But I don't want to do
Okay.
that. I don't want to spend my time doing that. I'd rather be,
That's fair. I'm just
yeah,
trying to help being your top one.
y-
And I'm trying to
yeah.
look out for your people, your community. I want to invite the listeners. If they're obsessed, like me, maybe I'm just the only one that's top one. But if you guys are obsessed and you do want to see the video, message Rusty Diamond directly, and I'm sure he'll share the link with you. I love that I'm speaking for you, Rusty. Don't you love it?
Yeah. No, yeah. If anyone really wants it, uh, yeah, message me. Go. Uh, what I don't even know my email address. I think it's Rusty, or no, maybe it's Rusty. I think it's Rusty at rustydiamond.net. That's probably it, something like that. I have a friend. My friend Amanda taught me that if you have a domain like on Squarespace, um, you don't have to pay for like an email address. Like you can take your Gmail address and you can get like a Gmail forwarding, which is pretty cool. And so like it, shout out to Amanda for this one. But so like on all my websites now, I can go to, they all forward to whatever thing. So like, yeah, which is nice because one less fee. But give me an email there. I'll send it to you if that's the case. So, and then you can post it up somewhere, and you can be like, man, Rusty's fucking just because right at the beginning she called me Dusty too, and I was like, nope, this isn't gonna work. I'm pretty sure she called me Dusty. It was something like that, and I was like,
Because Rusty was not a
yeah, and I was done. I was like, well, okay,
Rusty.
she's yeah. I'm like, all right, see ya. Uh, what was she?
You
I mean,
deserve to be shit. No, I'm kidding. I'm sorry.
yeah. So she's out there, but
That's right.
whatever her name is. But that's the only one I've had to stop. I feel like I had one I almost, no, maybe I didn't. Maybe it was just, I think it was just a call, like a screening call. And I was like, nope, I think I said, I don't like you. I said, I don't like you. Or I said, what did I say? I want to say, I don't like you. I want to say, I said, I don't like you. Or I don't feel like there's anything between us. Or I said something to that effect. I didn't say it too politely, but I'm not always the best at saying things politely either. But I
You
was like,
have
I
to
can't do
understand you.
anything. What's that?
Yeah. I'm learning so much about you.
Oh, good. All the
Yeah.
fun stuff about
Yeah.
podcasting and stuff of that nature. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
um, but yeah, I don't know. Like, I can't. Some people you can't pull an interview out of. Like you were saying, it's really hard with some people, and like, luckily you can cut yours up. Like you cut yours up, and that's great because then you can take those ones the people you can. It's not just one long form thing like this, and it's you can make someone look better without anyone being the wiser, and it's just like, oh, this is just a talking point, like they got what they needed here. It's pretty nice. There's a lot that you do that has been like, okay, yeah, like I've taken a lot from you, and I appreciate that about you. um
What did you take? What did you take from me?
from you, well, like for one, like uh you kept telling me to clip stuff. You kept telling me to go back and find stuff, find old things, and
Yeah.
I started to. I found a way to do it. It's not the most effective way, but it's a start. It's a start. It took me years, but
Yeah.
but now that's there.
You have years of content. That's the
I,
thing. If I was sitting on 10 years of content, I would. It's a lot of work to go through that content, but you have content
right.
to push every day for the next like couple of years, probably. Um, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah. There's that. There's there's some other things as well that you've got me to think about differently, and like it's nice because like I don't want to think that I know all the answers because I don't. I want to, I pick and choose who I learn from and take advice from. But you're a person that I uh, take
Take
advice from. You're welcome. Thank you.
appreciate that. That explains 100% the top three, huh?
Yeah, I mean
Top
that's why you're top one guest now. Top one guest. I don't think you are numbers wise, but you're the number one guest who would come back again. Uh, so that's where you are. The other two, I'm one of them said he didn't want to do the show anymore. That's cool. And the other one, him and I just don't really talk anymore, and it's okay. And but that gives you room to be number one.
That's
So
right.
like,
That's right. I'm finally taking over. It's
yeah,
the plan is working. That's right.
yeah,
The
you're
plan is
doing
the
great.
plan,
You
yeah, perfect. It's all coming together.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So let's
So,
yes,
oh, okay.
let's talk
So let's talk Asian.
Asia.
Let's talk
How
Asia.
are we
Okay.
doing? Yeah. How are we doing in Asia?
Um, I mean, living the dream, but like not saying that like some shitty thing like, oh yeah, just living the dream. Like, no, it's fucking, I'm living the dream. I'm doing what I want to be doing. I just got past my first typhoon. I think there's still some remnants of it. So, I don't
Wow.
know. It's been like 4 months I've been here. I haven't really gone out anywhere. I've
So
gone. Go ahead.
I don't know if your listeners know. Can you remind us where you are located now?
Uh,
Or
yeah,
I feel
my
like
my geographical coordinates are uh, 495 west, east, north, south, up, down,
yep,
uh, something like that.
dash. Yeah,
Dash six.
yeah.
Uh, but yeah,
And
I'm over. Let's see. I'm in the Philippines. I'm in a place. I'm in the surf capital of the north. In up in La Union, in a place called. I guess San Juan is kind of where it is. I guess as Urbis Tondo is where I am. If I'm gonna get really specific of where I am, I might not give the
yeah,
address, but you know, but uh, but that's where I am. I'm like across the Philippine Sea from Taiwan. I guess I think is where I am, somewhere up around there. But like, if I want to go to Taiwan, I got to go and take like a 5 to 7 hour bus down to Manila and then go from there. So it's not like I can just hop on a little boat here and go over to Taiwan. I'm not near anything, so I haven't really gone anywhere from here. But I kind of love that because I've really gotten to get to know the place, like getting to,
yeah,
and that's what I wanted more. I thought I was going to do 3 months and like go in 3 month intervals of where I was going to go, but
yeah.
um, I don't know. I don't know. I still might go out somewhere, but now, like, I think it's been going to be my base, and then I can go out places. Because I mean, I can stay here for a long time. I can stay here for the rest of my life as long as I leave for 1 day every 3 years and be on a tourist visa and just be the tourist. But I think I can get a retirement visa in like 6 years. So, uh, yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But
Okay.
I like it here. I do want to go out and travel though, because I'm here. Like the
Yeah,
whole point was to go out and travel
right.
around, and I haven't gotten to that yet. But I am coming up with a plan of how to do that. Uh, Something that I'm working on, which I would probably like to consult with you on. Maybe another day about that. I just kind of got working on that this
Mhm.
last week, I think. But because the rain's coming, so like I'm losing my tan and spending time inside and working a lot on business rather than out riding waves. So, but I need that time though. But
Yeah.
when are you coming over to Asia?
Um,
Co- Coming back, I guess is the term.
yeah, I know Vietnam is calling me, Thailand is calling me. China's calling me, so I want to go back. I just don't know if it's anytime soon. Maybe in December, January, hopefully. But I'm
Oh,
looking at, yeah, I
December,
haven't.
January. I think that's a
Yeah,
good time for Thailand.
oh, it is. It is. It's a really nice time. It's cool. It's not too humid. I was there last year in November, December time.
Oh, right.
So it was pretty warm, like super warm, like summertime. And then Vietnam started to get a little chilly by like later in December. Like it was still warm too, like it was spring warm, which I really
And
loved. Uh, I
the
really
the
love
cooler
Vietnam.
Vietnam.
It started to get cooler in December, and I think December, January, February starts to Vietnam because of the school. It's not too cold. It's tropical type of coolness. It's just really nice. I love the people there. I love the food. Just yeah, like everything about Vietnam is just so lovely.
Yeah,
Um, yeah,
tro-
yeah, I love
tropical
Vietnam.
weather.
It is a tropical weather. I mean, like even in Philippines, I'm sure similar weather, like tropical,
Oh,
right?
well, yeah, you were saying it was cool, so I said tropical. So,
Tropical.
tro-
I didn't catch
tropic.
it.
Oh, yeah, well, uh, but I mean, yeah, I mean, it was hot as shit when I got here and really humid, but like it was all right. I got used to it. I just needed to, not have my air conditioning blasting all the time, so I kind of got used to it more. So like I'd walk out, like when I got here, I had my air conditioning at set at 18, and I didn't know what 18 meant, but that means 18 degrees. And
Yeah.
I was talking with my friend Colleen, and she was saying that you should have it at like 21, and then so I changed it, and that helped. But now I have it at like 23. Now I'm just like I don't care. I'm good now. I don't need to worry about being too hot here anymore. Hence why I'm wearing a jacket. I'm turning into a Filipino here now, I guess. Can wear a jacket
How,
when it's 80 degrees out.
how long have you been now? Like 4 months?
4 months, yeah. I left. I got here on April 2nd. For some reason, I can remember
Oh,
that
yeah,
that that day.
yeah. I remember. Yeah, that's why I had to ask you. Because I was like, I think it's been since April. So nice. Okay, it was on my birthday. You moved.
Yeah,
That's so sweet.
yeah. That's how I remembered, and yeah, I showed up here, and I was like, oh, okay, well. But it was only the first over there when I got here. Oh wait, no, it wasn't. No, wait. When was that? I don't even know. I feel like it was pretty late. So it could have been. I think it was like 10:30 at night. So it would have been. Okay, I guess it would have been your birthday when I got here. But yeah, except yeah, I, yeah, I
You
left
moved
and went forward in time. And what's that?
to America.
Do I miss America? Mm. Some things. Uh, I don't know. Uh, some people. I guess some people would be my answer. But as yeah, as far as anything like I don't know. I like being here, and I like that I can like. I mean, it was cool. Like I liked everywhere that I lived. Uh, once I was moving around and stuff, and but I got to a point. It's like I can just go and I don't have to live here, and I
Yeah.
can live at the beach. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I think that'd be the thing I miss the most is just people. And then other than that, there was something I did think that I was missing, but I don't know what it was. I don't think it was anything too crazy, but yeah, I don't know. What did you miss when you were gone?
When I was in Asia,
Yeah, when you were in Asia.
of course, the people, because you are in this foreign country, of course, you're going to miss the people who keep you grounded. But that was, I think, really it for me. What's interesting, what I found interesting in Asia, because when I first went there for Thailand and Vietnam about 8 months ago, was my first time, and I fell in love immediately. I think you know this. But now that we're talking about this, like, what do we miss back home versus like living in Asia? I think it's the realization that people are so adaptable that we can adapt anywhere. Like, and what's going to keep and carry us is the relationships we create with other people. But it's not going to be the clean roads or like clean roads are also very useful and helpful. I don't know how like that's one thing that I think America really stands out for me compared to Asia
Did you
are
say
the
clean
clean,
roads?
clean and um, civilized. There you go. That's another good one. Civilized
Okay.
road
You, yeah,
because
it's a free
I
fall.
don't know if you I don't want to. I don't know if you want to talk about that. I think yeah, in Asia it is free for comes to the road. Like literally anybody can
Yeah,
strip.
there's stop. I think there's stop lights, or at least a stop sign in the city south of me. But like where I am, there's no signs, there's no signals. It's just you go, and there's a suggestion that you go this way
Right.
and stay in this lane,
Yeah.
and that's about it. And then when
Because
you want to
yeah,
turn, you turn.
right. Like it's and I love that. Like Asia really encourages for you to listen to your intuition. Um, and it taught me that people are very intuitive if you actually talk. So like I don't know if it's like that in Philippines because I haven't been there, but like I experienced it a lot more in Vietnam than I did in Thailand, which was a bunch of people driving in scooters and they're honking at each other constantly. I don't know if they do that in Philippines.
Yeah,
Do
yeah. I'm right on the main road, so like I hear everything. I hear people, ripping up and down the road. I hear people hooting and hollering, big trucks coming by, cars revving their engines, scooters going by. The the Pandasal guy that so there's this thing called Pandasal, which is like a a guy on a moped who has like a, I don't know, probably like 5, 6 foot oven, and they sell these like fresh baked dinner rolls kind of a thing. Um,
okay.
yeah,
Okay.
it's pretty cool. But they come by and it's like, oh, but Mambangai, under cheese, Mambangai, under cheese. So like, but it's I have a change cup here. Uh, but it's by the door. It's like the ice cream man, but just like the ice cream man, it's always gone by the time that I want to run out there and get some rolls. So but But yeah, I mean, so people are honking around on their scooters, but the honks mean something there differently in Vietnam and Thailand.
Oh, yeah, yeah. It's honks are different. It's little honks, tiny honks, like long honks. Like they all mean something.
Oh,
And oftentimes the first honk is usually like a short honk. It's, hey, I'm on your left or your right, whatever. And that's just how they communicate. So it's a constant honk, honk, honk. It's always just beeping everywhere. So if you're in the like the heart, in the center of the city, like you're gonna constantly hear it. What I found interesting is I've traveled through big cities and quieter cities, and I've noticed in the bigger cities when I was staying in Vietnam, and this honking just kept going on. Like imagine this is happening every second. Like this is beep 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 beep, and it's all different cars like honking at each other, just communicating with each other on the road, with the people too. Like while the people are crossing the street, and they're not crossing the street. Like also you have this red light. Like that's a suggestion. They're not
yeah.
standing there waiting for this hand to be like, come, start walking. No, like if you see a red light, green light, doesn't matter. Like it's a suggestion. And I've actually had I posted some videos when I was in Vietnam just to show people like it's insane. The traffic is insane. It's very similar to India, but somewhat more civilized.
Did you go to
What
India? Sorry.
I did. I have not been to India yet, but from what
Okay.
I hear, these are stories that I hear. I still think Vietnam was more civilized when it comes to the road. But what I've noticed and observed when I was staying in the cities in Vietnam, hearing the honks in the streets, um, it will start dying down after 10 p.m. and then it would pick back up around like 7 a.m. So like I think there's this whole like noise ordinance that everyone knows and respects and abides to, which is another thing that I really appreciated. Like, okay, cool, we're all communicating constantly with each other, but we're going to respect the time to rest and keep quiet. I love that. That was my favorite, one of my favorite things about it.
Yeah, shut the hell up for a little bit. So
Let's all.
you were up in near Ho Chi Minh City though, right?
I was in Ho Chi Minh. I was in Hanoi, Da Nang, Phuoc, and Halong Bay. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So what I mean, what's the first thing you're doing when you get into the town? I don't know if I asked you this before or not, but like when you first get there, what are you doing?
Whoever asked me this question, I think it depends. Being that when I went on my first time to Asia, I was there for 6 weeks. So obviously, the first few days when you arrive to a foreign country, you have to adjust the time. Like that's a right.
Yeah.
Um, like that's a big thing for me is adjusting to time and listening to my body when it wants to sleep versus when it wants to go explore versus when it wants to go eat. So that's really what I do when I arrive anywhere is just tune into myself. Like, what do I want to do next? What I've noticed about traveling is it actually helps you take yourself or keeps you, it helps you remove yourself outside of your regular norm and puts you in situations of unknown, discomfort, right? Like you're introduced to new foreign cultures, new language, like all of that is such it's a shock to the system. So first thing I usually do because it's Asia and there's like so many people, I have to check in with myself. I have to listen to myself. I remember I had a panic attack one time in Thailand, in Bangkok, because there was just an ocean of people just walking towards me. Whoa, I'm overwhelmed right now. This is too many people. This is too much energy. I'm an empath. I'm very sensitive to energy. So like, I started to pick up on all of this rush energy. Everyone's rushing somewhere. I was like, I need to step aside. So I put myself on the side of like this bridge area space, and I really just like took a couple of breaths. Like, you're here. You're fine. You're not in the survival mode. You're just feeling anxious because you're picking up on all this energy. You can be here without having to pick up on this energy, and you can be here and just be observant of all these beautiful, majestic human beings that you have no idea who they are, but they're all living being things, not things, living being people who are sharing space with you, and you can just honor this beautiful right here, right now, just breathe. So a lot of stuff like that.
Okay. So then let me. Uh, I mean, so how did you get yourself through that panic attack?
Like that. So it was a lot of breathing, like a lot of self-talk, right? Like I don't know, like, I don't know how it is for other people. I can only speak for myself. We can only speak for ourselves always. Um, we live in our head 24/7. We create every reality for ourselves through our thinking. And so with the panic attacks, and stress, and anything else, all of it is self-created. All of it. And it's created because in that moment, whatever that moment is, it's overwhelming for you and you don't know how to process it. So the processing part is so important for you to learn how to do so that when a moment of attack comes in within you, your body, you're feeling stressed, you're feeling anxious, shame, whatever it is that you're feeling, you are able to then come back to your center and just soothe yourself. It's so important for us to know how to soothe ourselves so that we can overcome this challenging moment that is presenting in front of us in a very calm, relaxed way. Because I've had so many people, and I used to be one of those people who would freak out and think that being anxious and freaking out was part of the process. No, it's not part of the process. That it used to be part of the process. You learned that that was the process for you. But there's other ways, easier, more calming, more relaxed ways of soothing yourself, where you can come back to the center without having to pick out, without having to create chaos. And it really starts and stems from a place of loving yourself. Like, how would you talk to the person you loved if they were in your situation? Right? Start there.
How indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah. How would how would how would I want to be talked to at that moment? What would soothe Aya right there at that time? What would soothe Rusty at that time? And I mean, if we're guessing on that, then you know, how can we like I don't know. You can ask someone else to help soothe you, but at the end of the day, I mean, we got to soothe ourselves. Like that's what sometimes those people aren't going to be there. It's nice to have someone to be there to you know soothe you as well, but sometimes they're not there, and sometimes yeah, yeah, I don't know. I've had it happen in places that were not even a big crowd of people in Thailand, and like, and I've had it where I've just been fucked and I gotta fucking leave. But I've also had it where it's like I found ways to, and that sucks. That sucks when you get to that point where it's like there's nothing I can do. Like, but I at least know that I can leave, as
Yeah.
opposed to that's like that's my I guess my last ditch effort before that would have gone into something really difficult right there. Um, but
That's difficult. Here's the thing, like I some people like this philosophy, some people don't. I'm a big believer, big fan of having multiple options in life. It's always good to have multiple options. For me, especially, like I am obsessed with creating multiple options of anything because having options to make a choice, a better choice for you, the best choice for you by having those options. Like that's what's fun about having options is to be able to decide which is the best option there is for me. And the reason why I'm
Right.
bringing this up is when you are going through something that doesn't feel pleasant, like, and you can change that unpleasant moment. Like for me, for example, I have anxiety because I'm in the middle of a street in the mall of Bangkok in Thailand. What are my options? I can stand here and freak out. That's not going to get me anywhere. I can put myself aside and just like chill and just breathe. That's an option. I can go home. I can go to the hotel and call it a day. Like these are options. And figuring out what are your options and then deciding, okay, what's the best option for this moment to create the best outcome in the near future for myself. I think is important for all of us to just know that we have the freedom to choose. We have the freedom to make our own life always. And it starts now.
Agreed. And oh, here it is. It started. So I mean,
It's fun.
it already started. So there you guys go. If it's if I said it started, you guys had already started. So
And, it'd be tough one if I wasn't right.
right. Yeah, we wouldn't be here if you weren't right. If you weren't right,
Exactly.
we wouldn't be doing this. We would be uh, doing something totally different right now. But yeah, yeah. So uh, so then going kind of a different thing. I asked this question on my last one. So uh, where you live right now, you live in South Carolina.
Yeah.
Uh, I, so when did that place, or how did you know, or what was it that was like, this feels like home now?
One question. But I don't know if I can answer outright.
Ooh,
Yeah.
all
Because I
right.
don't know if this is home. This
Okay,
is
where
I
is
don't know.
home? What is
I
home?
don't what is
Sorry.
where is no, you're good. These are all really good questions. I don't know the answer to. And I'm recognized that I am building my home and I'm building it through my businesses and through my exploration of my businesses. And my businesses are actually giving me the ability to explore and figure out where my home truly is. Charleston has given me the ability to really tap into my gifts, my home gifts within myself. And now I really want to find the space where I can say, oh, this is really truly home. I don't know where it is yet. I don't know if it's Asia. It feels nice to be there. I can, like, my soul really loves Asia. So who knows? Maybe that's where home is. I don't know.
Are you a star seed?
I don't know. Maybe.
Okay,
How
maybe.
do we find
Okay.
out? How do
I
we
don't
find
know.
out if it's
I think that
nice?
I think you
Tell me
get like a
points.
magic, you get a magic 8 ball, and you shake it around and you flip it over, and it says like, yes,
Diplomacy.
no, or concentrate and ask later, or
Oh, okay.
maybe. that's probably the
Okay.
best way to do it. But I
Yeah.
saw some video about that recently, and I was like, yeah, maybe that's what's up. But
About you or the starseed thing?
yeah, the starseed thing, not the magic 8 ball thing, but
Oh, no,
uh,
yeah.
okay, yeah. So maybe that, maybe the uh, because yeah, who knows what home is like. And people ask me that all the time over here, like, where are you from? I'm like, well, okay, how long do you have? Uh,
Right?
and then, basically, I assume what they're wanting me to say is, yes, I'm an American, which,
Yeah.
surprise, surprise. But then I'm
Yeah.
thinking, like, well, I've lived in a lot of places, and, like, but, it's all in America, but, like, like, where are you from? I'm like, oh, well, actually, I live like right up there. I'm like, if you walk like 5 minutes up the street, I live right there. Like that's
Have you
my
answered
space where I
it?
live.
Have you answered it like that before? Or no?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I have some. It depends if it's a local or not. Uh, if it's a local, they're still like, okay, where are you from? I'm like,
Mm.
well, okay, yeah, I'm from the States. And then like some people are like, oh, where are you from then? I'm like, I don't know, like all over. Uh, the last place I lived was on the East Coast. The last place I flew from was on the West Coast. Um, it's not a
Now,
simple answer.
now, oh, okay. Now imagine when somebody asks me,
Oh yeah, I mean, well, what do you even say? Do you just go, well, actually, I was born.
like,
Yeah,
exactly. It's a long story. I start with that. Like, very similar. It's like how long you've got. And then it's gotten even extra challenging moving in South Carolina because people would ask me here too, like, oh, where are you from? I'm like, what do you mean? Like, are you asking where I'm from in America or where I'm from on where I was born? Because those are two different answers.
right. Or are you talking what city am I from? Like what
Yeah,
neighborhood
yeah,
do I live
yeah,
in over here?
yeah. And I had like constantly to three locations. The first one is where did I come from today? The second one is where did I move from in South Carolina, and then where were you born? Like, and it's almost like they're peeling back the layers. It's one of my not favorite topics to talk about, and I've noticed it is a topic that people are interested in because again, it shares about who you are as a person and definitely gets the conversation going. I find that conversation to be very awkward because of that. Like, well, what do you mean? Now I have to ask you questions because you think asking me a question of where I'm from is an easy answer, and it's actually not.
Right. Yeah. You can't answer. I lived here. My parents lived here before that. My grandparents lived here before that. And my grandparents lived right, up the street. They're all still alive. My great grandparents are
Yeah,
147 years old. And that's
but
my
then,
old castle. Like, oh shit. Okay, well, you've been here. Okay,
mhm,
so that's the end of the answer. So that's, it's not, I don't know, because yeah, like it could be a lot. It could be a lot of different things, and I don't know if people want to get to the well then here, because then I'm gonna have to tell this story, like of why I came here and like what got me here. Like I
exactly.
just yeah, you can't just say
It's
I live up
so
the
much.
street.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna start with that. It's
Yeah,
probably next time. Yeah.
yeah,
Um, awesome. I love it.
yeah. I live yeah up the street. That and it's you can't miss it. You can't miss my place. If you
Mm.
do, I don't know. Like you don't stop by, but I live up the
Right.
street. Like, like I'm right up there. Like, if you need anything, you know, I'm not gonna. I guess I have a local phone number now, but I don't ever have it on. I have it on if I have to give the immigration my phone number,
Yeah.
and uh, like when I get a delivery from something,
Yeah.
I'll have that, or the laundry too. When my laundry is done, I get a text message for that, which is kind of nice. The laundry thing's kind of cool. I kind of like
I
that.
love it. Yeah. I mean, it's $50. Yeah. That is the best. I
Yeah,
mean, I love the fee, I love the payments and everything Asia has to stand for. America's becoming very, very expensive, and that is all I'm going to say about that. Because we've hit our 1 hour mark.
yeah,
Yeah,
but yeah. So it is cheaper here in some places for sure, and yeah, some things are more affordable over here than it is in parts of America, more than one part of America. And we can, you know,
yeah.
so I think what you said is a good way to put it. So since we're at an hour, yeah, I'm gonna get you out of here. So how do people find you? Where where are you from? Uh,
Oh gosh, how long do you have? No, okay. um, your listeners, if they are intrigued and want to learn more about me and stay in touch with me, you can reach me at rise with I.com. Or you can look up my podcast at Rise Plus Revolve podcast. And just, I'm very Googleable. You can look me up. Yeah, Aya, AYA. That's how you spell my name.
yeah,
And yeah, Rusty, thank you so much for having me here.
yeah,
And yeah, creating such a beautiful space on August 8th, which is 8/8 energy. Not sure if anyone's into numerology, but today is supposed to be a very special day, and I love that you and I got to share that and create that beautiful space together, Rusty. Thank you.
me too. It's that yeah, that portal. So yeah, check down in the description. You'll find all of Aya's everything that you need to know. And yeah, so that portal is opened up now. So what's up? Watch what's going to happen uh,
Yes.
between Aya and myself and everybody else that is listening right now. Some real shit just happened. So uh, there you go. Enjoy. So you need to find me, rustydiamond.net. It has everything you need. Thank you so much, Aya, and go get out of here. It's been a pleasure, and we will stay in touch.
Thank you so much, Rusty. Thank you, everybody. Go top 1%. Yay me.